Long time no see, everyone. It's your old mate Chicagon back at it again. This time with an episode of Is It a Fit or Are They Just a Musician? Now, as always, if you're enjoying the content, don't forget to like and subscribe. Comments are also very, very much appreciated. Let me know what you'd like to see in future in this kind of series as well. Now, in the past, we have done this before with K-pop idols and also influencers. But for this one, I wanted to sort of lay out a bit better ground rules for how we're going to judge these fits. And I came up with this system. So first of all, we're going to have 3 fits per artist. And the way these are going to go is one of them is going to be like a gala or dress up ball type fit. One will be a stage fit and the other one will be more like a street style fit. So we get a better look at the style and vibes that they do portray across different types of scenarios. So today we have 5 artists and it took me a while to get the images that we're working through. And I feel like, I've developed like stronger affinities towards some of them by just looking at all the different things that they wear. But let's get it underway with the first person, Lenny Kravitz. American woman. So first up, we have Lenny Kravitz's gala fit. All the artists today do have Met Gala outfits, except for one who was not at the Met Gala, but I had to just sort of figure that out. But anyway, focusing on Lenny Kravitz here, it's a pretty cool fit. I do love the all black. I'm very biased towards that, obviously. But I do really like that he's wearing heels. Apparently the pants are also chrome hearts as well, these leather pants. But the corset and the really long hanging cape looks super, super, super cool in this outfit. I don't know, it's a bit of a vibe, and I feel like Lenny Kravitz does do a lot of things just how they feel like. And I really also like the accessories here, the gold necklaces, and also the what looks to be like a diamond choker. Is that what you call it? A choker? There's a lot to it. It looks very, very expensive, but this one, definitely a fit. Okay, moving on to the stage photo. Now, Lenny Kravitz on stage seems to generally dress very similarly all the time, and this is kind of something that I felt encapsulated all the images I could find. And it's here wearing this sort of mesh singlet, ripped jeans, and sunglasses. Not my vibe, but also potentially very useful on stage because it is a mesh top with not a lot going on. And also the jeans have a lot of holes in them, so you get a lot of airflow. It gets hot on a stage. I don't know if you've ever been under like stage lights, but it gets hot. It gets so hot to the point where you might actually need somebody to fix up your makeup or also dab off sweat in a sort of film type situation. But I guess in music, yeah, you can get super sweaty, but you still want to look good. So I think he pulls this off really well. Sunglasses inside as well. I guess it's a vibe. So coming from somebody who's very, very sweaty and hot all the time, this is a fit. Now finally for the street style photo, I noticed that this is a photo that actually got memed a lot because the scarf is just so absurdly huge. And indeed it is. And this is the regular photo. This has not been doctored in any way. It looks like it's consuming him. But it's a pretty chill outfit. Again, similar sort of sunglasses, ridiculously oversized statement scarf, distressed jeans. And I also did notice that the shoes here looked super familiar and they do look like Rick Owens' NASCAR boots. I think that is fall winter 12. And when was NASCAR? Let me check. NASCAR is spring summer 12. So this is either from a while ago or he's had these boots around. But I was really amazed that I was able to actually recognize the boots and then looked a bit further into it, and he's been wearing Rick for quite a long time, including like heels from ages ago, pre the Kiss heel era. So very, very cool. This is a fit that I just definitely wouldn't wear because a scarf like that would probably like send me into overheat mode immediately, but it does look cozy. Maybe as a blanket at home, like a nice little throw. That's my vibe. This is a fit though. It's very, very cozy and very realistic sort of street style, just out and about getting your daily groceries done. And these shoes, if they're anything like the NASCAR shoes that I used to have with that really, really, really light sole, incredibly comfy. Definitely a fit. Okay, so going from Lenny Kravitz, maybe some refer to as part of the old guard of music. To somebody a bit more recent, we have Lil Nas X. Call me when you want, call me when you need. An artist who I've not actually listened to a lot of, but I do recognize a lot of songs. At least I did when going through the Spotify in the preparation for this video. And we're starting off with his gala fit from the Met Gala. So this one did do the rounds because he came out with 3 looks, taking off one layer, revealing another one, and then taking that layer off to reveal the final one. But I wanted to focus on the first one, which was a Versace gown, and it's amazing. I mean, it's just incredibly extra, and that's the kind of vibe that I feel you need to go to something like the Met Gala with. Something that just billows out and takes up so much space because of the pure volume of the garment. It's so good, and I would love to have a moment where I wear something like that at some stage. A man can dream. A man can dream. Oh, definitely a fit. No questions asked. Moving on to a stage fit. Now, a lot of Lil Nas X's stage outfits are very, very bright and very, very shiny. Maybe they are also a magpie. Maybe a magpie is their spirit animal. But this one here really does give that off. Super shiny, wearing this cropped jacket type thing, as well as this really cool shiny skirt and matching shiny boots with a lot of straps on them. I imagine this would look super cool in motion and with stage lights as well, reflecting off all the sequins. I don't actually know what they're made out of, but like the metallic look reflecting off the stage lights would look super cool. Would I wear this? Why not? I'm on stage, like I'm the main character, so you gotta fit that part. And if you're the only person on stage performing your songs, then why not just amp it up to 11? Love it, it's a fit. Now finally for street style, I did find a lot of photos of Lil Nas X in kind of super casual vibes, and it was more like not wanting to be recognized by other people and sort of like going a bit stealth mode. So I didn't select any of those because I didn't think that was really fair, because if you're trying to just fit in with everyone by wearing something super basic and then just like a big mask, it's not worth talking about. So let's go with this one here, where he's standing on some sort of kitchen island wearing what looks like is an all Prada fit. I'm not sure where the boots are from, but they're really cool platform boots. And I do just love the cargo pants and the top with the double pockets on the front, and the glasses with the yellow hat giving a pop of color. This is pretty neat, and I definitely could see him wearing that on the street. Also, halfway through saying that, I realized I don't actually know what Lil Nas X's pronouns are. Looked it up, couldn't really find an answer. Let's just go with they for now. So, could really picture them wearing this out and about. It just is super stylish and very casual as well. It doesn't look like it would be too difficult to get on or off. I love it, especially the hat. Really thinking about Prada bucket hats a lot, and I don't think I'll ever own one. But I can dream about it. I'll just continue to dream about it. This is a fit. So, from Lil Nas X, now moving on to one of their partners in crime, Jack Harlow. Now, Jack Harlow is somebody that I really have no idea about. I don't know much about him, except for the fact that a lot of women seem to really like him. He played recently here in Australia and all over social media. A lot of thirst, and I can respect that. Girls do get the girls. At least that's what I get told from other people. And, you know, maybe that'll work for me one day, but I guess not with this hair. I need to let it grow up. I just recently got it cut, so I'll keep you updated. So here's starting off with the gala fit. Looking very sharp in this outfit. I do love the oversized lapels. I'm pretty sure this suit is by Givenchy, who I always used to call it Givenchy or Givenchy, and it's a really good way to piss people off if you just keep saying that. Anyway, I digress. The lapels are really cool, and I do like the shimmer that the suit has. It's a very formal look. It's not really out there or ridiculous for something like the Met Gala, where people do expect others to go super hard. So in that respect, not the biggest fan, but I can't deny that it does look really sharp. And I'm just a really big sucker for large lapels, so this is a fit. Moving on to a stage outfit, we have Jack Harlow here with a previous person we were talking about, Lil Nas X. On stage, don't know what they were performing, a lot of pink, but here Jack is wearing what looks to be like a two-piece vinyl suit, and that just stresses me out because wearing something like this under stage lights would be disgusting. You'd need to put on so much like anti-chafe balm or Vaseline, something to just not keep yourself from, I don't like it. I don't like it. Is it a fit? I don't know. It looks cool and shiny. And as I said before, things look really cool under the stage lights, but I don't know. I'm going to chalk this one up to musician. Like, can you imagine what it smells like in there? I don't know. I'd like to try it on. Well, not in his one specifically, but I'd like to try an outfit like this on and be like, oh, okay, is it breathable or not? And that can be another series. But yeah, for now, I'm going to say musician, but it does look kind of cool, but not in the way that he'd be like low body temperature. It looks like he'd be incredibly hot in there. So hope you're okay, Jack. Then finally, a street style photo. I grabbed this off his Twitter and he's looking pretty sharp here in this Stone Island zip up. I really do like the mock neck on it and that it doesn't fold over or go too high either. And it's just a very, very clean look with leather looking pants and these nice sunglasses, along with shoes that I cannot identify. They look like Air Force Ones. Are these little black bands on their part of the shoe or part of the pants? I do not know. But overall, it's very clean look. It's very, very subtle. And the textures, probably in person, look amazing and are not quite captured very well in this photo. So I'm going to say this is a fit. Not quite something that I would be into or wear, but it does look very, very clean and effortless, which, I don't know, a lot of street style seems to feel like that, you know? Okay, 3 artists down, 2 to go. Now, when I was a young warthog and going through like late high school into university and all that, and MySpace was the big thing back in the day, showing my age here, Oli Sykes, lead singer of Bring Me the Horizon, used to be a bit of a fashion dude around at least like the scene kids. And looking back on it, not the trendiest thing, but he was still incredibly popular by how he looked, how he did his hair, how he dressed. And here we are in the year of our Lord 2022, and he's still looking really, really fashionable. Now, not still doing the same thing. If he was, I would be like incredibly worried about that. However, he has progressed into bigger and better things, as has the band, seemingly getting larger and larger every year. Kind of cool, and I respect that. But here we have a first look, not at the Met Gala. He doesn't seem to have been to a Met Gala, but this is at a London Fashion Week. And this outfit is really, really nice. Wearing this really, really cool skirt with a black top and then a blazer on top, looking very, very clean and lots of accessories as well. As seems to be what he does very often these days, is cover his neck and ears in almost as many accessories as possible. It's very, very much a look, and I really, really do like the monochromatic aspect of it. And then you've also got this little pop of white at the bottom there too. Maybe giving it a bit more dimension. It probably wouldn't look as nice in this photo without it. But yeah, definitely a fit. I love this a lot. Moving on to a stage look. Now, I've noticed that recently a lot of his stage looks are wearing like leather pants and these skin tight patterned tops, which again send me into a feeling of incredible stress that I could just never wear that on a stage, moving around for, I don't know how long they play for, an hour, 2 hours. Maybe they have costume changes, I don't know, but you get so sweaty in this. You would get so sweaty in this. However, I can't keep judging these things based on whether I would wear them on a stage. And yeah, I have to admit, leather pants are kind of timeless, and these sort of skin-tight patterned tops just look really, really neat. I think you need to have the right build to pull them off, but they do look exceptionally cool, and I'm jealous that I could definitely not pull something like that off. But yeah, this is a fit for sure, for sure. Now, finally moving to a more street style kind of look. This is very, very casual, and I do really like that it's just playing with a nice silhouette here with a very, very oversized shirt and also these wide trousers with what looks like could be Converses underneath. You can't really tell, but one of those shoes that looks similar like that. Could they be Ramones? Probably not. I don't think so. I reckon they're Converses. Looking closer at the image though, the trousers are actually really, really cool. They have like this vertical stripe patterning along them that just make them really interesting and really elevate them from just a basic wide cropped trouser too. It's a really, really cool look. I really, really just like how casual and effortless this is. And as I've said before, like I feel like a lot of street style is that kind of, I just threw this on and it just looks good because this is how I look every day rather than dressing over the top. It feels less realistic to wear that kind of thing on the street. So I love this one. Definitely a fit. All right, and moving on to our final artist, we have Bad Bunny. This Puerto Rican is everywhere and is like, what is it? The #1 played artist on Spotify the past 2 years running. It's wild. I really, really do adore his music and also his outlook on just everything as well. Definitely worth looking into if you haven't already. Am I biased? Perhaps, but let's go into the gala look. So here in an all Burberry fit. And to be honest, it's not my vibe. I don't really like the silhouette of this. I do love the wide shoulders, but the rest of it it's all right. It's just not really my thing. However, I do love the spectacles in the hand. And now I really want a pair of spectacles that I hold in my hand. And I don't know, I can get very, very angry, or if I get flustered, I can put them up to my eyes and be like, oh, golly gosh. And, you know, from so on and so forth, it would probably be something that I would do once and maybe never again, unless. But yeah, this look, it's fine. I just am not a fan of, I think it's a one piece, or does it zip along the waist so you can like take the skirt off separately? I'm not too sure. This one I'll put down to musician. It's just not for me, but I do love the spectacles. So, you know, there's a bit of a positive there. So next up we have a stage fit, and this is from the Tonight Show, where he's wearing this amazing oversized pink blazer with a black rose, this gorgeous black skirt, and what looks to be like, they look like 80s, the shoes. It's, I think they're 80s Angels? Let me check. Yeah, they're 80s Angels, which, wow, that's pretty cool. I didn't expect that, but yeah, they are 80s Angels shoes. It's just a really, really cool look. I do love skirts and blazers on more masculine bodies. And again, Bad Bunny accessorizes really well, has some glasses and also earrings too. This is such a fit, but I did also want to highlight this because this was a bit of a statement, this outfit, as there was a t-shirt that he wore underneath this blazer that was referring to a transgender woman who was killed on the street in Puerto Rico for wearing a skirt. So the shirt that Bad Bunny wore under this was basically saying, "Mataron a Alexa, non hombre con una falda," which translates to "they killed Alexa, not a man in a skirt." It's a pretty big moment. I guess it was more impactful after watching like a documentary about the situation that had occurred and the protest that Bad Bunny made on stage as well, but it brought a lot of attention to what had happened. And it's just really interesting, and it's really cool to see people draw attention to things like this in a subtle way. I guess it is on the nose, but not everyone can read Spanish, so it's a very sort of targeted thing at specific people who may have been watching this, or at least seen photos that would understand what had happened and what had occurred as well. So really, really cool, and turns out the fit was also spectacular as well. So yeah, definitely a fit. Onto the final look now of this episode, we have Bad Bunny's street look. Now, following Bad Bunny, there's a lot of different sort of eras or like phases of fashion that they've gone through. And this one, I wanted to pick a photo that wasn't necessarily going to be a very easy one. And here we see them in what looks like it's an all Supreme fit. Is this actually an ad for Supreme? I'm not sure. But looking at it closely now, maybe it is, unless they just really felt like waking up and putting on only Supreme that day. I do like the colors, I have to admit, but I don't really like the monogrammed pants. Monograms, I'm an R about, but not always my vibe. And this looks like it's like a Supreme and Louis Vuitton monogram all over the pants. But I do like the color of the jacket though. This one's difficult. It's not for me. It's not for me. And I feel like a lot of people, if they saw somebody on the street wearing something like this, they wouldn't really be keen on it. So I think that they only really pull it off because they are a musician here. But that being said, Bad Bunny is someone that could wear something like this one day and the next day wear like an all black fit or something completely different. And that's well within their fashion umbrella ecosystem thing that they go through. And that's what makes them really, really cool. Or at least that's part of what makes them really, really cool and interesting. At least to me. I'll stop gushing now, but yeah, I will say this one, musician. All right, so we come to the end of another episode of Is It a Fit? Or which was your favorite? Or who was your favorite artist here? I really did spend so much time looking at Oli Sykes that by the end I was just like, I don't know whether I was like tired or starting to feel like super into them. I'm not sure, but it's very interesting, I guess, to see their style progression has been really cool. And I'm sure that there is content out there highlighting that. I just don't want to spend a lot of time looking back at scene photos. It's a weird time and I don't really like reliving that kind of thing. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have any suggestions for people we should talk about in future, feel free to drop them in the comments below. It's fun making these ones and I do definitely want to make more. So until next time, you'll take care of yourselves, have fun, be safe, and as always, don't do anything I do except maybe look at cool photos of artists that you like in different situations. And then you can get like, I don't know, good insight into how they dress and maybe you get some style points for how you'd like to dress as well. I don't know, just a suggestion. Until next time, bye-bye.